Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2021 IFBB Pro League Legion Sports Fest Pro Fitness, Pro Bikini, and Pro Women's Physique results. This is like insane. We've got some major Olympians, unbelievable athletes, so beautiful. So in terms of the 2022 Olympia, this is considered a tier 3 contest. So the 2nd through 5th place winners receive a little bit more points, and the winner qualifies for Olympia, and at the end of the qualification period, the top 3 all get to go to Olympia. So checking out the top 5 in Pro Fitness. In first place was Missy, 2nd Tamara, 3rd Tara, 4th Renee, and 5th Kimberly. And you know, the points are always really interesting to look at through fitness, but it was a fairly easygoing points distribution. Missy had her first place in the prejudging as well as her routine. Tamara had it in second place for both. A little bit more of a shakeup in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but overall, very, very balanced, very beautiful, fantastic top 5. So here's Kimberly in 5th place, looking amazing. She's so lean, so much detail. Her shoulders look incredible. Her legs, I love that line. I think you see so much of her beautiful shape. Her muscles look tremendous. I also love her suit. I think she just looks gorgeous. I was thinking about this pose, and I do feel like the way that she's got her arm and her hand on her hip kind of crunches her up a little bit. And I think she can keep her hand on her hip, but she would have to take this shoulder and try to pull it towards the back of the stage more and really open up her chest and her upper body so that we see more of the lat and more of the V-taper. And that is only something that I can say when I compare her with all of the other girls side by side in this particular pose. So open up the chest, let us see a little bit more of the lats, and I think she will have a gorgeous side pose here. I think she is just phenomenal. She looked beautiful. And actually, if you go to Kimberly's Instagram page, she posts her whole routine, and it was fabulous. She's got a sword. She's such an incredible dancer. She looked amazing. Okay, next is Renee in 4th, who is absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous bright suit, lovely hair and makeup, nice posing. You see the lat, her shoulders open. She's really showing off the V-taper, beautiful shape to her glute. Nice definition, though I think she could have even more detail, particularly in her arms, where the delt could have a little bit more of an outline. And then also fitness is getting really, really hard, and I think Renee could just have more size overall to compete with our top girls. Bigger arms, bigger glutes, bigger legs, everything. And then a little more conditioning so we can see the detail. The abs, the legs, the arms, but she looks so beautiful, and I think her posing is spot on. And here's a quick look at her routine outfit. A very well-deserved 4th place. Okay, next is Tara in 3rd, and when I saw Tara, I thought she looked so substantial. Her muscles look full. She looks beefy and brawny and very muscular, and I love it. I think she looks amazing. Her posing is lovely. You get a really nice lat, very small waist, beautiful V-taper. Her glutes look really good, nice round. I just think Tara could have used a little more conditioning so we had more detail, particularly in her legs. You know, you've got a great shape to the quad, but you're not seeing the individual quad muscles. But her suit is beautiful. I love the colors. It's very mermaid-esque. Her hair looks nice. Beautiful. You can see some sparkle in her eyeshadow. So I think she looked fantastic. Just a tiny bit more conditioning would have been amazing. And there's a look at her routine. Oh my gosh. So impressive. And now Tamara in 2nd place. Her conditioning is fabulous. Look at her hamstrings. Crazy good. Great calves. Great lines in her legs. Beautiful arms. I feel like she could have even more shoulder size, a little more roundness on the tops, but her biceps are incredible. And I also feel like a little more definition in the abs would have been amazing. So she's so good. She's got such a great shape, so much size, and that leanness, the definition is really impressive. And then a look at her routine. So energetic, so strong, just incredible. And now Missy in first place. The last time we saw her was when she got second at the Olympia. She is top of the world. She's so good. I think Missy is the standard of what all the fitness girls should and probably are trying to look like. She's got the shoulders. She's got the abs. Her lats are incredible. Her V-taper is amazing. Her glutes and her legs are so well developed. And then she's got beautiful conditioning. So you're seeing all of the muscles. You're seeing great shape. You're seeing defined obliques, great six-pack. Her arms are gorgeous. The delts, the biceps. She's so balanced from top to bottom. And then you add on top of that her stage presence, the choice of her suit, the colors, the nail polish, the makeup. She's just amazing. So I think she looked fantastic, absolutely gorgeous, nothing negative to say. Beautiful conditioning. I love it. And there's a quick look at her routine. And you can see in her Instagram, she says it was the end of her 2021 competition season and she's next working out towards the Arnold. So, can't wait. Now, looking at everybody side by side, I think you could probably see some of those points. Renee could use a little more size. Tara could have a little more definition, particularly in her legs. Maybe you agree with me that Tamara, next to Missy, could have a little more ab, but also a little more shoulder. And Kimberly is so impressively lean. Although I do feel like she's leaning forward ever so slightly in this front pose. So I know it's just a snapshot. It's one photograph, but she could for sure stand up ever so slightly more straight. But wow, what a great top 5. And from behind, I think Missy definitely has this. She's got beautiful shape to her glutes, great definition, and her back looks so full. The V-taper is unreal. So, wow. Now, in terms of Olympia, Missy was already qualified. Tamara has 6 points, Tara has 5, Renee has 4, and Kimberly has 3. So, moving on to Bikini. In first place, Ivana. Second, Phoebe. Third, Alessia. Fourth, Hope. And fifth, Adrienne. So here's Adrienne in 5th, and I think she looks gorgeous. I love her shoulders. I love the shape in her arms. Beautiful hourglass. She's got a really nice small waist, great glute, and lovely definition in her legs. Nothing too crazy, but you do have this beautiful line here. It comes down, outlines her quads. She's just gorgeous. When I looked at her in the lineup compared to the other women, maybe she could try to pose to make her waist look even smaller, which is crazy. I'm biting my words even as they come out of my own mouth because she looks so beautiful and her waist looks so tiny in this photo when she's on her own. But when you have her next to, our first place winner, maybe she could try to make that hourglass shape even more exaggerated by pulling this shoulder back and really opening up the chest and really exaggerating and twisting the front. That's my only suggestion because I think physique-wise she looks absolutely amazing and I thought her conditioning was perfect. I love the obliques. I love the suit. I love the hair. She's just beautiful. Okay, next is Hope in 4th place. Wow, she's super lean, really teeny tiny waist, really chiseled oblique, great definition in her legs, beautiful size and shape to her glute. I like the way she's posing. It's really showing off the hourglass. But I do feel like Hope could have a little more size. She could have slightly more shape to her shoulders, a little more size, I think, in her quads. This back leg looks so petite. I think she could have even more hamstring and quad. She's so small, so lean. She looks unbelievable. But I think she could have ever so slightly a little bit more muscle. But beautiful suit, lovely color, lovely hair, gorgeous smile as ever, and a fabulous 4th place. Okay, next in Alessia is 3rd, and you can see, when we just saw Hope, now we see Alessia, a little bit more muscle on Alessia's frame, a little more substantial. She's got beautiful, very large, well-developed shoulders, nice arms, great lats. Her waist looks nice and small and beautiful legs. Great line running all the way down from her hip to her knee. Great outline of her quads. Her hamstrings look amazing. I love it. And funny, when you compare her to how she did at the Minneapolis, I think she's twisting this one arm ever so slightly. You know, she's opened up the palm more to the ceiling, whereas this palm was more to her leg. And I think it looks really beautiful. It really shows off her shoulder and it really shows off her biceps. So I love it. Maybe it was just one moment in the photograph, but I think it looks fabulous. So a beautiful third place for Alessia. Second place, Phoebe. Oh my gosh. So I know the lighting is very different than it was at the Arnold UK, so you're seeing a lot more detail, but man, what a beautiful shoulder. That's the first thing I noticed. It's so round. That delt is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. I think it looks even better than it did at the Arnold, where she got first place. So gorgeous upper body, great V-taper. Her glutes are so substantial. Like, they really go far from her body, and that looks so amazing. Her legs have a beautiful softness. She doesn't have a crazy sharp line, but you've got that little bit of a line coming at the top. It's just beautiful definition. I love this lump of the quad muscle on the back leg. And then her waist is so tiny. Abs look amazing. I thought this was a fabulous second place for Phoebe. And now Ivana in first really takes the cake. She's got the smallest waist. She's got the most crazy hourglass. Her lats look so big compared to her tiny waist. Beautiful shape to her glute. Nice hamstrings. Definition is gorgeous in her arms. You're seeing a beautiful shape to where the delt comes in to the bicep and the tricep. Her legs look really nice as well. Again, not the crazy deep definition, but you've got the line coming down. You're seeing beautiful shape to her quad, and her hamstrings are smoking hot. And I have to mention that when I watched the Olympia, you know, I was jotting things down, and Ivana stood out to me. I wrote her name down. And so even though she didn't, you know, get a tremendous placing at the Olympia, she still certainly caught my attention. And I'm so happy that she's gotten her first place. If you recall, in the 2021, for the season leading up to the 2021 Olympia, she got so many top 5 finishes, but never had her first place. So I'm particularly happy that she got it now. I love it. I think she looks beautiful. And when you compare everybody side by side, Ivana really had the most amazing hourglass shape, beautiful definition, beautiful posing. She looks gorgeous. Maybe you can see what I mean about Adrienne next to her could try to twist herself ever so slightly more forward to really show off her hourglass shape. Maybe you see that Hope could have a little more size, particularly in her shoulders. Phoebe and Alessia side by side look so beautiful, really substantial, very nice amount of muscle. Phoebe's hourglass is crazy. That shoulder, Alessia's glute, and the line running down her leg. It was beautiful. But now from behind, I really think Ivana had something special. Her glute ham tie-ins, the outline of her entire glutes, this beautiful shape she's created on the side of her glutes, and then the gorgeous sweep to her quads. And then you still have that amazing hourglass shape. Her shoulders really come out broadly from her very narrow, tiny waist. So a very beautiful first place for Ivana. Qualified for Olympia. Phoebe was already qualified. Alessia now has 7 points. Hope has 4. And Adrienne has 3. All right. Pro Women's Physique. So in first place was Natalia. Second, Ivy. Third, Emily. Fourth, Jody, and fifth, Rachel. So here's Rachel in 5th place. She looks incredible. The first thing I noticed was her V-taper. Her waist is so small. Her lats look amazing. What a great shape. She's got great conditioning as well. Lots of detail in her legs. Her shoulders look fabulous. I do think she could have even more size in her biceps. That's pretty nitpicky, but just a little bit bigger. I love her tiny waist. I do think she could have ever so slightly more deep definition in her abs. They're there. She's so lean. Just if the line could be ever so just a little bit sharper. That's it. I'm so impressed with Rachel, especially in the lineup. So this was a great fifth place. All right, next in fourth is Jody, who also looks amazing. Fabulous sweep to her quads. She's got a great size in her legs. Nice abs, really well defined. Great lats, though I do think the lats could be bigger to balance the legs and make the waist look smaller in proportion. So I think her V-taper could have even more of an exaggerated shape. She's got great biceps, nice arms overall, great definition, beautiful suit, nice earrings, fabulous fourth. All right, next is Emily in third. She's incredibly lean, really great definition. You're seeing a lot of deep separation in her legs. Her lats are very full, really small waist. Beautiful definition in the arms, but I think she needs more shoulder, just a little bit more size, more 3D quality too to those shoulders. But she's got beautiful posing. I'm awestruck by the definition. I think her conditioning is fabulous, super lean, great suit, beautiful earrings, great jewelry, a fabulous third. All right, next is Ivy in second. Now check out her arms. Those are the amazing shoulders, fabulous biceps, and insane lats. So she's so full. She's got so much development in her upper body. Tiny waist with fabulous ab definition. You're really seeing her six-pack. Her legs are amazing. Great size, great definition. She's got such a fabulous X shape. Tiny waist. Love the suit. Love her makeup. Love her earrings. She's incredible. I've got nothing negative to say from the front. I've got a few things to say when we start to check out the lineup. And now here is Natalia in first place. We last saw her at the Olympia where she was second. So one of the best in the entire world. She's insane. The abs are so defined, so perfect, so symmetric. Her lats look amazing. Beautiful upper body. The definition in her arms is fabulous. The waist is so small. Her V-taper is outrageous. And then her legs look incredible as well. Beautiful shape, beautiful definition. She is amazing. Now, in the lineup, I am drawn to Natalia. Her V-taper is sensational and her abs are amazing. And then next to her, Ivy, I think, looks incredible as well. The V-taper, the substantial size, the definition in these women, it's just incredible. But definitely first and second place to me are really standouts. Side by side, they look incredible. But maybe you can see some of those other comments. Emily, I think, could have a little more size on her shoulders. Jody's V-taper could be even more exaggerated with bigger lats. Rachel, I think, her abs look pretty fantastic in this photo, and her legs look amazing as well. I was super impressed by Rachel, truthfully. All right, now from behind, oh my gosh. So Natalia's waist is so small. Her V-taper is incredible. Her legs are so defined. She's got great definition in her hamstrings. I think her posing is really fabulous. So you really see her quads still from the back, and her glutes are insane. They're striated. They're so well defined. They're outlined. Incredible. Ivy next to her also looks amazing. The V-taper is sensational, but I think she's not quite as defined in her hamstrings, and her glutes have a different shape than Natalia's. So her glutes are more substantial. There's more of a squaredness to them, and I wonder if the balance is a little off from the top to the bottom. When you compare Ivy from behind to Natalia, Natalia seems to have a more streamlined and X shape. But let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Comment below. I am a huge Ivy fan. I love her shape, but next to Natalia definitely has it. And I have to just shout out to Rachel because I thought she looked tremendous from behind. Great 3D quality, beautiful back pose. So for Olympia, Natalia is qualified. Ivy has 6 points. Emily has 5. Jody has 4, and Rachel has 3. So there was one more show this weekend, the Poland Pro. I still haven't been able to find any stage photos, but I'm going to try to create a video for you anyway. So stay tuned for that. And then we have a lot coming up. On November 6th, we've got the Sacramento Pro and the EVLS Proc Pro. Then the weekend after that, the 13th, is a big one. The Iron Games, the Japan Pro, the Texas State Pro, the New Zealand Pro, and the Romania MuscleFest Pro. So make sure you subscribe. I will be back with recaps of all of those competitions as soon as I can. Please give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with what you thought of these top 5s. And come check me out at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and, of course, on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.